Okay, hello everyone. Thank you all for joining us. It's nice to see you. First of all, we are very, very close to finishing the anecdotes of Master Wei Shan. And as I said, it's a little bit beyond me. It's a Chinese more difficult than I could handle more and more. So for 124, maybe I wonder if you could help me out. The key word here is kan po, I think, right? And if I could get some help from a Chinese speaking and Chan knowledgeable people, help me understand what kan po, the context of that, the meaning and context of that, would be very helpful. And then another one, another word, expression I don't quite get is yiding li. I don't understand what the Wei Shan bamboo hat means. Maybe it would be very helpful. You could help us with that as well. Okay? Because next week, next times, I would like to continue discussing these anecdotes and finish them up, maybe 124, 125, and then so forth. Okay, and these are the two, 124, 125, where I don't understand the Chinese at all. Okay? Not clear to me. All right? The reason I ask is that, as I confess to you, my Chinese is very limited, and then in particular, the Chan language, Chan, the special terminology is beyond me as well. So I would appreciate your help very much like last week. We discussed the 121, goose king selecting milk, and I discussed this one way, and then towards the middle of this week, someone texted me and said, "Master, I think you're wrong." Not in those blunt words. And then I said, "What do you mean?" And it was conveyed to me that I didn't understand the expression, the goose king selecting milk. It's a praise. I interpret it as a negative comment. Actually, this is a praise. According to, and then another expression I didn't understand is this, did the master, actually the translation that we use here, did the master ask about this, as actually should be, but you weren't asking about this, okay? And so, and I was stumped. I said, "This is embarrassing. I committed to explaining you a certain way, and then all of a sudden I was told I was wrong. What am I to do about this? So should I just sweep it under the rug and ignore a thing and ignore the comment and move on, you know?" But no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I screwed up. Okay, so there you go. I feel better now. It weighed on my heart for a long time. Okay, for the last few days at least. Okay, I know how am I going to extricate myself from this embarrassing thing? Okay, so, and I guess, I think the misunderstanding on my part is when the translation here should be Hershang, the master. Can I edit, or I'm not allowed to edit now since I screwed up? Is this a question mark or what? Is this a question? Can I just fix it? I don't want to tell you what to do. I can't somehow let go. I don't have a cursor here. Can I fix this or not? Okay, I know I deserve it, but I think the master wasn't asking about this. Is that the correct translation or not? About this? Is this a proper translation from a Chinese or not? Speak.
Hello, Master. When we
Go ahead.
first prepared the slides for you, and it was just the way you changed. But actually, last week's interpretation, I thought it made sense. So, is it too much to ask you to explain one more time with your renewed your understanding?
Okay, first of all, yes, that's what I'm trying to do. First of all, is this translation correct? The master wasn't asking about this or not? Is this an assertion or is it a question mark? That's my question to you.
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay, anyone who's sure, say yes or no. We can go by consensus. All I need is majority, and I will bend your way. I'm very flexible. Meaning I'm wishy-washy. Okay, all right. It matters if you explain to me that this the final expression here, this is the goose king selecting milk as a praise of someone who is really outstanding, okay? Like many of you, okay? Then it changes the nature of the exchange. Okay, I wasn't there, so I don't know where Master Yang was. I have no clues as to the intention of Master Wei Shan, way beyond me. So therefore, for me, I need to understand: is it a praise or is it he's chiding his pupil or not? If in this here he says, you are really you are really very special, you are really outstanding student of mine, then it changes the way. Because you remember, Master Wei Shan was training Master Yang Shan from early on. Master Yang Shan came to Master Wei Shan as a 19-year-old, I believe, novice, and he stood out immediately, and Master Wei Shan picked up on him and said, "Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to you. I'm gonna train you." Okay, and so Master Wei Shan witnessed Master Yang Shan growing up under him, under his tutelage, And therefore, at this stage here, so when we study these anecdotes, we're not sure when the anecdote took place. Okay, and when Yangshan, his early days, he's a kind of a smart aleck, too smart for his own good, and therefore it's a struggle for him. Okay, he's too fast. And later on this stage here, if this is actually Master Weishan, this final phrase here is that saying, he's confirming that Master Yangshan is one of the rare Chan masters out there. Okay, it's a certification. Then it changes completely the interpretation of this anecdote. So far, so good. Okay, so we're going to do it both. Okay, we will keep last week's as one interpretation, assuming this is a negative thing. This phrase has a negative connotation. Today, I will explain to you if this were the proper, the other aspect of it, which we believe to be the proper interpretation, meaning that Master Yangshan is one of a kind, a very rare Chan, student of Master Weishan. Then we can reinterpret this anecdote differently. So far, so good. So keep them both. Okay, no need to discard the last week's. Okay, this is part of the understanding as well. When a teacher looks at the student, when he tells you something, it's for a reason. There's a lesson behind it. So until I know the final intention of a teacher, then the anecdote can take on different meanings. Okay. Okay, so given that kind of connotation here again, let's redo it. Let me read it quickly for you. Master Weishan asked Yangshan, where did you come back from? Yangshan said, from the field. Master Weishan asked, is the grain ripe for reaping? Master Yangshan said, yes, it is ready for reaping. Master Weishan said, was the grain green or yellow, or did you see it as neither green or yellow? Yangshan asked, what is behind the master? The Master Weishan said, do you still see it? Master Yangshan held up an ear of grain and asked, the master wasn't asking about this. Master Weishan said, this is goose king selecting milk. Okay? Now, so again, when you live, the reason that you live at the temple is because then you have an interaction between the master and the pupil. And that interaction is very important. That's part of the sudden teaching. Okay, I heard of, for example, Hinayana temples in the Thai tradition or in their traditions, they usually would stick together and cultivate in huts, and then once a week they would submit some report to the master, and then the master would read it and so forth. In a Chan style of training, we don't do that. The Chan style training is instantaneous. You don't need a report, okay? It's right there in that very moment. All it takes is that the daily interactions, maybe one look, maybe the tone of the voice, maybe a slap in the face, maybe a kick, okay? It's many, many different ways of teaching, but it's based on the interaction between master and pupil, okay? There's a reason for it. And the master chooses to teach a pupil in a certain way. Okay, yes, Jane.
Yes, Master. The direct translation of the question, 和尚何曾问这个? The direct translation would be, when did the monk ever ask this? So there's no denial
No, yeah, I'm not sure you're helping because you're confusing matters.
I'm just honestly tell you a direct translation. And so now the
和
translation,
正问这个
yeah,
和正 is that negative connotation or is
No.
that a no?
it says, when did a monk ever ask that? 和 is when, 成 is ever.
What? That's one. Jane is saying, she's arguing about, she's disagreeing with this translation. Speak quickly.
Finished.
We're working together. I admit to you, I need your help in translating or interpreting the Chinese expression because it's not my specialty. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I explain to you in a way that is consistent with the storyline. Okay? I only have one person saying, and then you have a bunch of you say, we talked about it, we agree, this and this. And now it's only one person who says, no, this is not correct. Okay? If this is the case, let me drop this and come back to it when you agree. Okay? I'm going to waste my time here.
Can I say something? Yeah, I think from my perspective, it's more, did the master ever ask about this?
Was he asking about this? Were you asking about this?
Did master ever ask about this? Meaning he never asked about it. But the direct translation was, did the master ever ask about this? As if, did you ever ask about this? Like, it could be in a very challenging way to express that. I knew you never asked about this. So that's why we're not sure.
Is it an assertion or is it a question?
We're not sure.
Go ahead, Selvin.
So I think you can say it's a question or not, but I think this agreement here is a negative. It's a strong, assertive negative, meaning that Yang Shan was stating that the master didn't ask this. Maybe he phrased that as a question or not. It's not the key point. Key point is tones. It didn't ask the question. I think Jen kind of went back and forth about this. But now the latest answer from her is also saying it's a negative answer. So.
Sorry, I didn't say it's negative. And whatever the last week's translation and what I just said, it's that's my stance. Thank you.
But I think the way Jen was phrasing it was like, when did master ever ask us? So it does sound negative, right? So I guess there's a disagreement about if it's negative or not. I feel differently, and Chen is raising her hand.
Okay, Chinese, speak up. You speak up. I'm not going to argue with the Chinese expression. Give me an expression. We can agree on something. We continue discussing this. If not, we come back another day. Go ahead, Chen.
According what I check it's not question, it's a negative. The user the sort of asking question, but that way to express it, but it's sure, it's a negative, it's not question.
So it's an affirmation.
Sort of like English, like you are not this, aren't you? Sort of like that. But it's it's sort of ask you, but not ask you. It's a negative.
Right. You weren't asking about this.
Yeah.
So I just want to add that the dictions I consulted or translate that into negative, like 未曾, 不曾. So it's basically not.
Yeah.
I have a not already. What else? Hey, we're about to finish this. Let's get it over with, because there's a small disagreement about how to translate this question, and I need to finalize it because I want to move on. I don't want to go back here and come back to this and say, no, there's a better translation. This translation is off. Okay. Since you guys are so wimpy about this, I'm going to leave it this way. I don't care what you think. Okay? And let me go do my job. Okay. So he says, hey, how are you? Where'd you come from? He said, I just came back from the field. Okay? Daily teachings. When the master talks to you, because there's a purpose, he doesn't waste time. So I said, I just came back from the field. So of course, okay, and Master Wei Shan says, the grain, was it ripe for reaping or not? Of course, we have a lot of mouths to feed, so that's important. So it's important news for the master who didn't show up at the field. He doesn't have to work in the field. And Yang Shang said, yes, of course, it's ripe right now. And Master Wei Shan said, okay, merely ask him, this is a quiz. This version here is that he says, okay, let me throw this quiz at you. Was the grain green or yellow? Or did you see it as neither green or yellow? That's a quiz. Okay? Now, last time I explained to you as an interpreter, as Wei Shan being smart aleck, he would raise his guard up. But actually here, what we don't know is that the words Master Wei Shan didn't need to say anything to ascertain where Yang Shan was. Okay, he didn't need anything. But in this case here, Master Wei Shan, let me interpret it for you. Master Wei Shan decided that he's gonna find out where Yang Shan is, okay, where Yang Shan was as a teacher, okay. When you're lower level, the master has to bring you to enlightenment. When you reach enlightenment, he needs to bring you up and up and up until you reach a level where you can be trained to be a teacher. Because there's a huge difference, okay. There's 3 phases when you practice chant or when you cultivate. First of all, you need to have some wisdom, okay? Meaning that you need to undo yourself, your ego. As long as you have the ego, you're totally undependable. One day you this, next day you will negate yourself. You will disagree with yourself. That's why you're too unstable. You're too undependable, okay? Very much like at home. Look at yourself. Somebody you love your partner, and then you hate your partner for whatever reasons. Okay, meaning you undependable. Okay, and so you need to get rid of the ego before you can be taught the real wisdom. The real wisdom is when you become enlightened. All right, that's the next level. When you become enlightened, then, as I said, you are a special, extraordinary individual for society. That's when now you require further investments because you can do so much good and you're so important to society, okay, that you're helping, you're making a huge difference in a way that people don't realize. They're not supposed to realize it. But the masters, the teacher says, okay, now you're enlightened, I will invest in you differently. Okay? And so they train you. That's like Master Wei Shan was investing in Yang Shan to train him. But at this state here, based on the final interpretation of the expression, then the intent of Master Wei Shan was to teach Yang Shan and to see how Yang Shan is at a position where he can be trained or he can understand how to teach students or not. That's the next level up. Okay, and that's where Yang Shan was at this in this anecdote. Right? So Master Wei Shan says he asked for the grain being green and yellow. Okay, or you see it needs green and yellow. Okay, so that's a very innocent question. Yes, Ray.
Hello, Master. I feel when Master YongHua take out the grain in the later slides, that's his answer to this question.
No, no, not at all. Okay, let me continue. Okay, that's why I'm going to interpret in a way that whatever you want to translate this, it won't matter much, depending on the level of Yang Shan. And so Master Wei Shan was asking him about Jian. Jian here is a special term in the Chan world. Jian is perceive. Okay? Jian, you could simply translate it as see. Okay, let me tell you right away. When you talk about see, okay, Yang Shan immediately replied. This is showed his level. He says, "What's behind you, Master?" Master Wei Shan immediately replied, and this is where the virtuosity of Master Wei Shan, who adapted immediately to Master Yang Shan's move, and says, "You still see it?" Okay, because here's what he means. When Master Wei Shan asked Yang Shan, "Was the grain? What's the color of the grain?" Or is it, or you don't see any color in it? What he's referring to is to see. Okay, see here. In Buddhism, you heard of the 5 eyes, didn't you? You heard of the flesh eyes, the heavenly eye, the wisdom eye, the Dharma eye, and the Buddha eye. Yes, the 5 spiritual eyes. So that's why when Master Wei Shan asked this, okay, Yang Shan immediately retorted. It says, "What's behind you?" Meaning that he's very, very, very astute. He says, "What?" See, he's asking about him. No, he's not asking Master Wei Shan about something in front of him. He says, "What do you see behind you?" So he says, "Which eye are you talking about when you're talking about Jian?" Okay, what do you see? What do you see? What is behind you? And Master Yang Shan, Wei Shan says, "What do you still see it or not?" So you see, now he's refining which eye Master Wei Shan was using. Okay. So Master Wei Shan, when Master Wei Shan replied this, okay, Yang Shan immediately said, okay, but you weren't asking me about this. Okay. So what he did is he says, the Jian, okay, the eye you talk about doesn't encapsulate, doesn't capture, okay, this stock of rice here. Okay, because you're only talking about perceptions. We're not talking about the thing, the real thing here. Okay, so YongHua immediately changed the paradigm in Master Weishan and said, let's stop talking about perception, Jian, okay? Let's talk about the real thing. You asked me about perception, you didn't ask me about the reality of this thing. So YongHua immediately changed the paradigms of the conversation so that because Master Weishan still insists on Master YongHua specifying how he sees things. And Master YongHua's cleverness and wisdom is that it's not about seeing that I'm talking about. Let's talk about this thing here. Okay? It's no longer seeing. Am I making sense to you? So the beautiful virtuosity of the master and pupil is that the master says, if you're going to be a teacher, I see you a teacher already, okay? And how are you going to teach your pupil about perceptions? Okay? And Master YongHua says, I don't need to teach them about perceptions. Okay? I'm not limited to teaching perceptions. I'm teaching the real deal. Okay? And that's why Master Weishan said, you matured. You are really outstanding as a pupil of mine. You arrived. Questions and comments? Yes, Veggie.
Hello, Master. I have a comment here, but it doesn't matter the understanding. The commentary mentioned the green is mature and the yellow is immature. Actually, the green is immature. The yellow is mature.
Right. Thank you. We talked about it last week too. It's dialectic, this person, green and this the flip left and right. Okay. Yes, thank you for pointing it out. Okay. Here's what happens. The way that Master YongHua dealt with this little quiz here, okay, shows Master Weishan that when you talk about wisdom, okay, the wisdom that low-level enlightened people would be using green or yellow or neither, meaning it's empty, okay, that is still in the range of low-level people. They still use perception in order to teach. That's why Master YongHua says, if you want to talk about perception, tell me about what you want, what you use to see behind you. Okay? And that's why Master Weishan immediately said, what do you see behind me? Okay? What seeing are you referring to? You see, the master is so fast. He asked him about seeing. When his pupil asked him about his seeing, Master Weishan seeing, he says, which seeing are you asking me about? So this is the level of interchange between the great masters. So far, so good. And that's because then because Master Weishan still inquired him about the Jian here, then YongHua says, that's for children. Okay? You were asking about, but you weren't asking about this. You weren't asking about this real ear grain here. Okay? Yeah. Perception is nothing. Okay? And that's at the level of teacher. And that's why, because if you're to student, depending on your level, you can talk about different jian. So far so good, which eyes you're using. Okay. Low level, anecdotes. People said, they talk about how you see things are empty, how you things are not empty, and so forth. That's low levels. Master YongHua here refused to engage in the low level of jian or perception. He says, let's talk about this. You weren't asking me about this. Okay? This real thing here, and that's why Master Weishan said, "You pass the test. You are a superior teacher." Questions and comments? I think most of you prefer last week's because it's easier to understand. And later, I believe later. Master Weishan, in the YongHua anecdotes, Master Weishan was quoted somewhere. He says, "Oh, it's my boy. He's arrived. He's a great teacher now. Other boy," something like that. Okay, so he's a great teacher on his own, and that's my boy. All right, and so. It's this. By the way, this is the level of teaching of the great masters. They no longer talk about perceptions. Perceptions are for low level, like Linji and so forth. You can go to low level where they yell at you. They're still stuck on marks. Okay, green, yellow, or not green, not yellow, is still stuck on marks. Okay, and that's why YongHua says, "No, I'm not talking about this." Okay, when you talk about green or yellow and so forth, okay, I want to talk about this. Okay, this ear grain. Okay, and that's why Master Weishan said, you got it. Questions and comments? Go ahead, sir.
Master, I have a question. But I will use the Chinese. 就是在刚才这个过程里面，我感受到一开始那个讨论的时候有一点气氛紧张。当时我就感觉，这是一种冲突吗？这是一种不同理解的冲突吗？然后我就会有一些内在就会有一些声音，这些声音会影响到我去理解这一段后面的对话。其实我主要是想，我问的不是这个故事里面的事情，我主要是想理解一下，我对于这样的一个冲突的场景的判断会影响到我这一件事情，我应该怎么样去处理。
So he's asking that he felt that there was some tension in the beginning of the class, that immediately he has some internal voices that shows that he feels unease about there could be conflicts. So his question is, would this conflicts and this internal voices would affect how I later when I try to understand the explanation?
Would it affect it? I don't know. Whether you have a conflict right now, whether in the future you have conflict or not, it's not important. The main thing is that what it takes for you to unfold your wisdom. That's all. Whether you have obstructions in understanding this, we have conflicts with these issues. That's part of the process. Nothing to worry about. There's no fixed ways. Okay, just like last week, you give me this thing and you give me this expression and you insist on the expression as I mistakenly interpreted it as it's a negative commentary from Master Weishan about Yangshan, I could spin it that way. And if now I'm told that the goose king selecting meal is actually a very high praise for his disciple, then I would understand I would interpret the anecdote differently. So it doesn't matter. Whatever the conditions are, there's always a way to get around it. And what your question is referring to, really means, is that you are, like most of you, are concerned about are thinking ahead and how this is going to play out for you individually. It doesn't matter at all. That's not the whole point. The whole point is not understanding at all. You're trying to understand how it affects you. The short answer is it won't. It can't. Because your understanding will change eventually. So it doesn't matter. Yes, Kenny? So it won't.
Thank you.
The short answer is it won't. Okay? If you were to be by yourself, then you probably have a lot more obstructions. The advantage of you cultivating with us is that you have a lot more people who are much higher level than you. And therefore, the help comes from so many directions. It doesn't necessarily only come from me, because all it takes is for you to resolve the obstructions that's stopping you at the moment. That's all. It's very much like this anecdote. Master Weishan was throwing a ball, a fastball at Master Yangshan to see how he would handle it. And the way Master Yangshan handled it confirmed to Master Weishan that Master Yangshan has arrived as a teacher. Because a typical teacher is stuck on jian, stuck on the perception. Master Yangshan says, no, it's not a relevant question to me. And that's why Master Weishan says, you're at the teacher's level now. Meaning the standards of a teacher at the Weiyang lineage. Meaning that Yangshan could produce people effectively, could train people effectively. And that's a very, very high level of confirmation in our lineage. Because this week I saw some photos of some of Master Yangshan disciples at his temple. I said, nah, you don't have that confirmation anymore. Okay? They lost it in China, at least at Master Yangshan's temple. Yes, go ahead, Kenny.
Thank you, Master. I have a question is regarding to the latest news of Japan releasing the wastewater from Fukushima nuclear station into the ocean. So how would you comment on this?
How will I comment on that? I'm glad I don't have to deal with it. I heard that China is very unhappy. They're punishing Japan, not buying the seafood anymore, I heard. But I don't know enough about the water there to really make a smart comment. Apparently, they quoted, that Japan quoted a scientist. Many scientists are saying that the water is safe, has been done before. Okay, there's been precedents where the water was released, and therefore it's okay. But China insisted on that being not okay because they could be adversely affected. Let me tell you where I came from, and I don't dare comment about it either. Because is it China or Japanese? You ask me, I prefer China, okay? Honestly, I love the Chinese culture. I've been actually went to a Chinese museum and I loved it, okay? And the Chinese culture is so profound. Used to be, so profound. It's reflected in the art, okay? But I often go to Korea the last few years. And then when I go to Korea, people complain to me that the air is very bad in Korea because of the factories in China who pollute the air, and the air would then be blown into Korea. So the Koreans have serious air issues, air quality issues. Okay? And so that's typical of the case where when you develop the factories, manufacturing capabilities, the last thing you are worried about is environmental concerns. But now, even China is at the point where it should be more concerned with air quality and air pollution, okay? But it's not. So for China to complain about Japan, and when they're dumping the bad air into Korea, I feel it's laughable. Okay? How do you feel? You ask because surely you must have an opinion, and that's to talk about it.
Sure. So I think also as individual, we actually don't have the whole picture. The information all provided is by media. So currently there are lots of noises. Some, as you said, is like from the scientific perspective, there will be already a group of experts and all the solution was verified by UN and it's safe to be released. But the most information and most voices we heard is all angry. Like people are concerned about the safety of the future. Like human beings were being collected because of the kinds of contained elements in the wastewater. So as individual, I think like we don't have the whole picture and also don't have the ability and the professional knowledge to verify the information we received. So, but the environmental actually is already being evoked. Like, the people around me is getting to buy kinds of like test machines to test whether the air is clean or not. So kinds of like the whole thing around us is being like impacted by this action. But we here, like as individual, don't have the whole information. How could we deal with these kinds of so-called man-made disaster, maybe?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's honestly, personally, I don't have a lot of faith in scientists. Many scientists, especially in new areas and isolated areas like nuclear waste and so forth, nuclear wastewater, like that. Very much like I do not trust the engineers and scientists who claim that the EVs are not harmful to you. It's baloney. It's so harmful, you guys don't realize it. And in 10 years, 20, 30, 50 years, you find out that you're going to have all sorts of new cancers because you're all driving around EVs. And your children, we pass it on to your children. And this is the work of demons. They're destroying us slowly and using a handful of experts, okay, and hurting us as a whole. And you find out eventually in 40, 50 years, okay? And so that's how it is. That's life, okay? Not just you, but here in the U.S., there's a big concern for us right now is, did you see the latest photograph of the ex-president being booked in Georgia prison? Look at his photo. He looks like a thug. And he's leading the Republican candidates by far. And if he, it's incredible for even an advanced economy, advanced culture, advanced country like the United States, okay? The hope of democracy here, to have a thug who's manipulating the system. What are you going to do? Okay? It's called common retribution. You have to suffer together as a community because we ask for it. Okay? I chuckle. I look at his mugshot. I say, he's going to become our president? Did you see that? I cannot show it on YouTube because it's probably copyrighted. But go and check the mugshot of this leading Republican candidate by far. And he looks so ridiculous. And then I also read another part. I don't mean to divert attention from you, but it's how ridiculous it is in our country as well. And he says, according to Mr. Trump, when they booked him, you have to put down your weight, right? They show how tall you are. He's 6'4", okay, and they took a mugshot of you, take your fingerprints, I think, and then you're supposed to tell them how much you weigh, okay? And you put down 214 pounds. And someone told me that someone wrote us in an article is that there he goes again. This guy lies about everything, including his weight. Because he says, this journalist, whoever this author is, I am about the same height, 6'4". I'm about the same girth. I wear the same size clothes. And I'm not 214, let me tell you. I'm 240 at least. And I work out, I have muscles. And this guy's all flap. Okay? So there's no way he's 240. The guy is, he lies about everything in his life. And he's a leading Republican candidate by far. That's what our society has become. Half of our society is messed up. You see, it's a common retribution. Don't blame anyone. Okay, we try our best. That's all.
Okay.
Don't blame, I cannot blame the engineer because it's my job to tell you what I think, and no one takes me seriously. That's okay too. But time will tell. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. So be it. Okay? But it's my job to tell you what I think I know. That's all. I believe. That's all. And we all get what we deserve. Okay? So if the water, regardless, it's not just China and Japan, but also we buy a lot of seafood from the Japanese and from China as well. So we all have to pay the price. Okay? If you eat seafood. can I suggest you become vegetarian? What does everyone else have to say? It's ludicrous how life unfolds. You have one thing after another, and and this is why, unless we all are individually, each one of us must strive to become a better person, okay, and open our wisdom. It's not the case here in the U.S., where you have half our population Republican or something like that, and they're totally fooled by this thug, this con man. Okay? So don't blame them. You blame the system. We blame ourselves for allowing this to happen to us. Okay? We need to learn to better take care of ourselves. Okay? And cultivation is the way. Okay? Stop blaming others. If there's a problem, we must find a way to work around it. That's what cultivation really means. There's a problem here. Yes, it's going berserk. Okay, you have all these con people going around, conning Americans, conning Chinese, conning Japanese, conning tourists, and so forth. That's life. Anyone else?
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Okay, if you have no further questions and comments, we can stop here. And thank you for your participation. See you next time.